Hello, I'm here. I'm from Brazil. I'm Professor Barros Neto, and I'm here to present a paper related to our implementation process in a company here. The company, let me put let me put the presentation here. Okay, the idea here is to explain about the process, the implementation process in a company here in Brazil, and the paper is divided for me, Professor Barros Neto, Carolina Valente, Alexandre Mourão, Angela Saggin, and Jorge Moreira da Costa. The idea here is to explain about this process. And to introducing, it's interesting to understand that company, that's the Lean, it's a one size fits all, not a ready-to-use concept. And there are more than technical processes, technical ideas. Lean is a social, financial, and cultural context. And Lean is more than a technical, it's a cultural approach and looking for creative ethics. And research and question is how to metric from the implementation of isolate Lean operational tools to a successful Lean culture and mindset. Here review there are a few papers, real world implementation. The Lean is a journey is an ongoing effort. It's not a stop and a very short and very stop it. And you need to properly back up with a thorough training, looking for a Lean culture. That's more than technical processes, but it's linked to shared personal and collective objectives and effective leadership. Methodology, it's a quality approach by observational research, and that 4 steps: initial literature, extensive archival search, and writing of the Lean journal narrative to compare findings with a literature of similar studies in different contexts. Here you have the setting about the set company and the separate Lean journey. The more important is here the processes evolved from the isolate use of Lean tools into a systematic Lean business model. It's a large, and it has experienced positive result from the beginning mailing to the management support. It is already standardized management practice, the quality management systems. For example, this process now to develop into Lean, to BIM, Green, and more approach related to a company. Okay, defines and discusses. This Lean journey is a holistic and theoretical to use in a practical implementation process. There are 5 companies blocks. It's knowledge creation and management, effort to stabilize the environment, increasing process transparency, developing a Lean culture, and building trust for the further ground. Okay, and now I discuss one of this. For example, there are 2 divisions. It's a soft approach and practical approach. About knowledge creation and management, it's the soft approach. It's necessary to destack alignment between Lean philosophy and culture of company, evaluation of knowledge transfer, and development of research environment. And related to a practical approach, it's a benchmark with academy, participation in conference, investment in literature review, and related to effort to stabilize the environment, related to soft approach, it's a reduce making do waste, learn about Lean, and use of prototype scenarios. And related to a practical approach, it's adoption LPS, adoption of KPIs, implementation of tools like Kanban, Heijunka Box, and Andon, related to increasing transparency process. related to a soft approach. It's important to mention. It's increased transparency in the entire production, change mind, uncovering mistakes to embrace opportunity for improvements, and relate to a practical approach as visual management, organization of outside warehouse, production packages, Pokayokis, and virtual Gamba with BIM. Related to develop a lean culture, software approach, that's continuous education about lean, relationship with academic researchers, evaluation of continuous improvement, evaluation of autonomy of employers to make decisions around the whole process. And related to operational approaches, it's financing some undergraduate and graduate course, case study for many researchers in Brazil and overseas, health habits like meditation and exercise. For end, you have the building trust for further growth. The software approach is a work together with partners, suppliers, and subcontractors, creating a group spirit. It's embrace new challenges towards sustainability, digitalization, social responsibility. And related to a practical approach, it's a support for training of designers, suppliers, and subcontractors, and create a lean professional change. Another finding discussions is the journal require think about understand the philosophical assumption, adoption of values, and try to think about the breaking paradigms. It's necessary to leave their comfort zone and try to build the process from a new perspective. And the company members were challenged to change the way they understand their own construction process to stabilize a lean mindset, where the search for improvement is in the intrinsic and waste is now visible everywhere. It's important to point out the beginning of company's lean journey, there were barriers to overcome. It's necessary to see this, that you need to break the barriers to improve lean in company. It's important to mention that the lean is not an end in itself, but a means toward a learning organization. The idea is that you need to change your mind. It's a practical and technical approach to our organization, or learning organization approach. It's very important to change your mind for this idea. And conclusion means implementation process from the partner's perspective and change to and company-wise. This paper sought to describe how a construction company from Brazil measured from the implementation of lean operational tools to achieve excellence in the lean culture and mindset. It's necessary the change of this, walking around the journey to change for the technical approach to a lean culture and mindset. Change your mind of company, of owners, of subcontractors, of contractors, of everybody. And although there is a limitation of being a single case study, as is one company, but the authors believe these papers can contribute to the body of knowledge on lean implementation. The idea here is to explain, to show the ideas, the process of the implementation lean in a company. Have 16 years working with this. Then I'd like to say thanks everybody, and I'm here to respond any questions. Thank you very much.